Hello, everybody. I'm Steve, and this is Emily, and we are People Watching Movies. Okay. And today's review is Glory, number 245 on the IMDb Top 250. Now, what did you think of this movie?
I thought this movie was very good. What did you think about it?
I thought it was fantastic. I like films that there's elements of race that have sort of racial issues, and this is during the Civil War, so there's a lot of racism. And of course, I like when the unifying part, not the racism part. I want to make sure that's clear. I like when people come together. Um, and the performances I thought were exceptional. Matthew Broderick, who for being this high-ranking guy, he's he's soft-spoken in a way.
Well, he's trying to be this high ranking guy and he's trying to do what he thinks a high ranking officer or what is he?
Something like that.
Something, I don't know. Whatever that position should be doing. And even though he doesn't necessarily feel like that's what should be happening, he like makes himself do it. Like at one point he has a friend inside the unit, and this friend wants to talk to him, and even though he might want to talk to him, he makes himself say that privates have to
Yeah.
get permission before they can talk to their superiors. So I mean,
Well, yeah.
he's a comforting person because like during war you would
Yeah.
want to have someone you know, and he would want to be comforted with that, but he isn't allowing himself to be that.
I get that. Like he kind of wants to be, but
Right.
he understands his position. But he also, when it comes down to being, you know, you know, at his position, for instance, with the like everyone needs the shoes, and because you know there's a lot of black people in the brigade, they're sort of treating it as a joke, and it's just not the same thing. And but he really believes in these guys. Um, Denzel Washington, who is pretty um, what's the word?
Feisty.
Yeah, you know, and Morgan Freeman, who's
No.
those two guys.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah, yeah, those two guys played really well. A couple of great memorable scenes. The whipping scene when Denzel Washington had to be whipped, and he already had the marks on his back from being a slave, and that was just that was a tough scene. I mean, it's definitely just a great emotional movie. It's got the highs and lows. A lot of sort of happy moments that everything's going great for these guys, so you feel glad for them. But then something happens, and you're like, oh no. It's just really it's that sort of emotional roller coaster, but it's a great story. Um, Fantastic climax, great ending, and I like the beginning where you're thrown right into it. Um, you really feel like you start the film and you're just definitely involved from the get-go. I think all around it's a fantastic film. Now, should it be higher on the IMDb list?
Of course it should be higher. It should be higher than Toy Story 2. I really hate that Toy Story 2
Keep
is
in
on
mind
this.
that we are taking from the list from 5, 8, 10. So there's obviously always changes. At this point, I don't know if it's different. The it's ahead of Toy Story though, and, just by one.
Well, I know, but okay. Anyways. Yes, it should be higher.
Mhm. It's just all around a great picture. Definitely fell for it. It's a fantastic movie. trying to think. It's just a great movie. I don't know if I'd see it again anytime soon. It's one of those films you see it, but if I think I'll see it like maybe I might see it a couple months from now, and it'll have the same effect on me. It's fantastic. Great movie. Agreed.
Agreed.
Very good. Now, next up, 244 is the foreign film from Japan. My Neighbor Totoro, which I don't know the Japanese, how to say it in Japanese, so we'll stick with that. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye bye.